Ethan rolled his eyes. A blind date, on a Tuesday night, after a 12-hour shift and rushing to pick up his daughter from school? Absolutely not. But Mark wouldn't stop pushing, and Ethan finally gave in, not because he believed love was waiting for him, but because he was simply too tired to argue. He arrived at the quiet little cafe tilde copyright, expecting an ordinary woman his age, a broken bar. Instead, he froze. A young woman sat by the window, wheelchair beside her, hands folded neatly on her lap. She had soft brown hair, warm eyes, and a small device clipped to her shirt. Up an assistive communication button. On the table lay a note. "Hi, I'm Ava. I can hear only a little. I can't move much, but I'd love to talk if you don't mind." Ethan's stomach dropped. He immediately grabbed his phone and texted Mark. "Dude, what did you do?" Mark replied with a single message. "Just said, trust me." Ethan considered leaving, and not because Ava scared him, but because he felt tricked. Pity dating wasn't his style, and he didn't want her to feel like a charity case. But then Ava looked up at a broken bar and smiled. It was the kind of smile that made you feel seen, the kind that held no guilt, no apology, only courage. So Ethan sat. A conversation without words. Ava taped her device. "Thank you for sitting with me," Ethan added awkwardly, unsure what to say. But Ava made it easy. She typed, tapped, and smiled through the entire conversation. She asked about his daughter, his work, his dreams. She wasn't fragile. She wasn't sad. She was a broken bar, strong, curious, funny. At one point Ethan asked, slowly and gently, "Is this a broken bar hard for you, dating like this?" Ava typed quickly, then hit the audio button. "Hard, maybe, but what's harder is people assuming I don't deserve love." The honesty hit him like a punch. For the first time all night, Ethan didn't feel tricked. He felt humbled. A sudden truth. Midway through their date, a familiar voice squealed from behind Ethan. "Daddy." His 6-year-old daughter Lily ran in straight from her art class, holding a crumpled paper heart. "I made this for you." She giggled before noticing Ava. She paused, looked at her, then looked at her dad. "Dad, your broken bar, she's really pretty." Ethan flushed. "Lily, sweetheart." But Lily walked straight up to Ava, placed the paper heart gently on her lap, and said in her tiny confident voice, "Hi, I'm Lily. I can sit with you if you're scared." Ava's eyes filled with tears, not sadness, something softer, something deeper. She reached for her device. "Thank you, Lily. I'm not scared, but I like when you're here." Lily grinned and took Ava's hand. Ava couldn't fully hold back, but she curled her fingers as much as she could. And something magical happened. Ethan didn't see a disabled girl. He didn't see someone to pity. He saw someone brave enough to keep showing up in a world that constantly underestimates her. What she finally said, as they got ready to leave, Ava gently taped her button one last time, her voice slow but steady. "On a broken bar, I know your friend tricked you. I know you didn't expect me. I know you might never want a second date. But the night of broken bar you made me feel human, and for people like me, that means everything." Ethan froze. His throat closed. Tears burned his eyes. He knelt beside her wheelchair, shook his head, and whispered, "No, of a broken bar, you're the one who reminded me how to be human." Ava blinked fast, her own tears gathering. Lily squeezed her hand and declared with childlike certainty, "Daddy likes you." They all laughed softly, awkwardly, beautifully. A new beginning. Ethan didn't go home wondering whether there'd be a second date. He knew there would be. Because love isn't always sparks or perfection. Sometimes it's bravery meeting kindness, wounds meeting gentleness, loneliness meeting understanding. Sometimes as a broken bar, it's a single dad who thought he was tricky to discovering the most honest connection of his life.